How's it going, everyone? Ace Armory here. Today we have this Mossberg 500 ATI Tactical. It is disassembled, and this is going to be the cleaning portion of the firearm. If you are interested in seeing the disassembly and reassembly of this firearm, there is another video that's dedicated to the disassembly. I'll go ahead and link that down below so you can go ahead and check that out. If you are here for the cleaning portion, let's get started. All right, well, the things we're going to be needing for the cleaning portion of this video: basic stuff. We got cotton patches, our CLP, we got our brush. We also have a bore brush, some basic cleaning supplies, nothing crazy. All right, let's get started. Well, we'll start with the cartridge interrupter. Get some CLP on our brush, just so we can wipe this thing down. So one thing that I do like to do is put CLP on the brush and then brush everything down. That'll loosen up any carbon that might be on the pieces of the firearm, making it easy to wipe off, especially for these parts. Just easily wipe them down. Nothing too crazy. You can tell it is pretty dirty. All right. Now that that's done, we'll put that to the side. Same thing with the cartridge stop. Pass the brush, put some CLP. And wipe it down. Okay, put that to the side. As you use your cotton patches, you can dispose of them. You don't want to keep using the same cotton patch. All right, moving on to the bolt slide. Same thing. And for that, we'll use this brush. Put some CLP on there. I'll scrub this thing down. And then one thing I did notice, and having the firearm already disassembled, it definitely saves time as far as being able to clean the firearm. Video gets too long, it tends to take a really long time to upload, so to save some time, we'll get straight to the point. So what we're doing here with the bolt slide is we're basically trying to get in these crevices, trying to leave this thing clean. Like I've said before in previous videos, when it comes to cleaning firearms, you can clean for 30 minutes, you can clean for a few hours. The firearm is never going to be perfectly clean. It just depends how much time you're willing to spend on cleaning your firearms. Okay, put that to the side. This is a basic cleaning, so we're just going to it's just a quick rundown. Okay, next up, got the elevator. Same thing. Pass the brush with some CLP on there, loosen things up. So that way we can come back with the cotton patch, just wipe it down. All right. Now that that's wiped down, we can move on. Next, we got the bolt assembly. When it comes to the bolt assembly, you can break it down more, but this is a field strip, and we're just going to be cleaning the exterior. Same thing, go ahead and wipe it down. put this to the side. All right, next up we got the trigger housing pin. Pretty basic, it's just a pin. You'll be surprised, even the pin gets dirty, so it doesn't hurt to wipe it down. All right, that to the side. Now I got the trigger housing assembly. Same thing. Scrub it all down. If there's any dirt, try to loosen that up and wipe it down. One thing that I have noticed is that these cotton patches, or some cotton patches, tend to leave a little residue behind, so it doesn't have to come back with the brush. Try to clean some of that off. All right, next up, action slide assembly and forearm. Same thing. Some CLP on there, loosen things up. Yep, it's pretty dirty. Not able to see too much since it is really bright. These lights are crazy, but there's a lot of carbon dirt in here. Okay, that's wiped down. We can put that to the side. Next up, we have the receiver. Start cleaning on the inside here. All right. Brush down, loosen things up. Back with the cotton patch. Clean it up. Now, one thing I can't stress enough is the amount of time that it takes to clean some of these firearms. It can be really time consuming. This is just a basic rundown. It's a few minutes, but in reality, when I do clean these firearms, it takes me an hour or two. I really try to get it as clean as possible, especially the barrel. Sometimes it can be a hassle. You gotta put some elbow grease into that to get that clean. But yeah, so this is just a quick rundown. It's a few minutes, but in reality, it's gonna take me a few hours after this video is wrapped up. But okay, that's the receiver. Next up, we have the barrel. So once the receiver's all cleaned up, the inside's been wiped down, it's nice and clean, can move on to the barrel. Okay, so for the barrel, the way I like to go about it, get our board brush, I'm gonna get it in there so it can loosen things up. In one end, out the other. Bring it back out the other end. The purpose of the board brush is to loosen up that carbon that might be built up on the walls of the barrel. Okay. And I do like to do is grab the board brush, wrap a cotton patch around it, and then run it through the barrel, like so. And back out. And once more. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that process in by itself at the other end. Okay. Grab another cotton patch. Although this time, we're going to apply a little bit of CLP. Put it back into the barrel. Okay, once more. All right. As you're cleaning the barrel, you can shine a light down the barrel to see how dirty it's in there, if it's clean enough. Okay, so basically you're just going to keep repeating that process until this barrel is nice and clean. Shine a light in there, it should be nice and shiny. Okay, for the most part, that is the basic cleaning of the Mossberg 500 ATI Tactical. Pretty simple. Let's go ahead and put this thing back together. One thing I have learned working on the Mossbergs is that when you first get started, it might be a little complicated. The more you do it, the easier it gets. The trickiest part for me to learn was aligning the action slide assembly and forearm with the bolt assembly and bolt slide. That was definitely one of the more trickier ones for me. Since it does consist of aligning 3 pieces together, and the manual itself isn't enough to let you know how exactly to do it. Tried my best to try and describe the process. For the most part, as you can see here, the bolt assembly, the bolt slide, and the action slide has these teeth. They should all connect and everything falls flush. That's the easiest way to go about it. If you could get the bolt slide and the action slide assembly in there, but the bolt assembly isn't lining up, with your finger just push it back or forward, and then everything will fall into place. So that's that I've learned. That's the easiest way to go about it. As far as the cartridge stop and cartridge interrupter go, they can be a little tricky as well. Sometimes you have to hold it with your finger in order for you to be able to work. For you to be able to get that trigger housing assembly back in. Okay. Okay. Trigger housing assembly just slides right in. So basically all it is for the trigger housing assembly, it has some tabs here. They're going to go under the receiver, and then this back portion just falls right into place. Trigger housing pin back in place. All right. Barrel back in there. Okay, that's good to go. All right, get this pistol grip back on. Grab our 6mm metric hex key, start tightening. to go. I'm gonna grab our adjustable stock. Okay. So for the adjustable stock, so here we're gonna align it with the pistol grip. It's a little more. Okay. Start tightening. All right, that's good to go. Next up, put some pressure into this recoil pad. Goes behind the pistol grip. Screw back in here. Screwdriver. Screw it back into place. Lastly, we're going to put our extra shell holder back into place. This is why I like these T-handle hex keys. This is a pretty tight space here, and this allows us to be able to get this extra shell holder back into place. Okay. And that is the basic cleaning of the Mossberg 500 ATI Tactical. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video did help some of you guys. If this is your first time working with this firearm, we'll be releasing some new videos. Next firearm we have next in line is as a Stava M70. We're going to be doing a takedown as well as a cleaning video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.